Keep 100% of your claim. G4 Claims.
If you've been hurt in a road accident that wasn't your fault, you should really talk to G4 Claims first. Unlike road accident solicitors, we don't charge you for our services, which could see you better off. To keep 100% of your compensation, have a chat with Nicole and the team. You'll be glad you did. Search online for G4 Claims.
Keep 100% of your claim. G4 Claims.
I believe, yeah. You're watching Pass the Mic Live. Today we are watching Denmark versus Scotland in the World Cup qualifiers. I've been joined on my left-hand side by Juddy and Moza. How's it going, lads?
I was expecting a big intro there. Like, it was like you're shaping up to say something cheeky about Juddy and thought, no, I'm not going to move.
I saw the side of them as soon as I walked in. I was like,
it's alright knowing somebody in Twitter. You meet them in person, you think twice.
Question of Twitch Sports when you were voted the most likely to win a fight out of all 3 years.
True.
So I was like, no.
Well, no, thanks for having me on, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on, boys.
Buzzing the national stuff back, which is great because I'm a big Scotland fan. Love
yeah, so you're representing as well?
Yeah, do you know what? I thought we were doing the Portugal-Ireland game tonight, so I'm completely unknown.
So you chose a Barcelona shirt?
No, but I know I'm looking forward to hopefully another kind of successful campaign. Well, we need to get there first, but and I don't know if you can call the last one successful. I think it was successful as a nation. Everybody enjoyed it. It brought loads of people together. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I'm glad that we're back supporting Scotland.
I'm just hoping that the vibe of the Euros is going to continue and carry us on into qualifying for Qatar next year, in which I'm pretty sure we'll.
I've always wanted to go to Qatar now.
Yeah, Qatar's a dry country, and you can't have pints.
Aye.
So no, I'll not be going.
Probably for best that you get lifted up a few times.
That's a deserved pints.
So, can we just add, by the way, we're in the G4 Claims studio. However, a wee pint on draft was superb. It was very.
Iron brew.
Well, that's tenant, so I think it's just as good as Iron brew, but good pint in here as well.
Iron brew for the professionals, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Yes, but of course.
Pints for the experts.
Let's cut to the chase. So we're going to talk about the starting 11s for the two sides for tonight. So Denmark start off with Kasper Schmeichel in goals, then Daniel Vass, Joachim Andersen, Simon Kjær, and Joachim Mæhle for the back four. And it's like a 4-3-3, it seems that they've gone for tonight, with Højbjerg, Christensen, and Olsen, Poulsen, and Damsgaard, the man of the Euros for Denmark, of course, scoring that free kick against England. What do you think of the opposition tonight?
It's a good team, isn't it? A very, very good team. Like, there's not a weakness in there. I can see not an obvious one anyway. So we know we're up against them.
Oh, definitely.
This is a game we go into that N in the bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not expecting to get N in here, so if we get a point, then it can really start the campaign going, hopefully, if we need it.
Yeah. Juddy, have you got anything to add?
I just hope we just don't concede more than 3 or 4 tonight. As much as you have to believe and you want Scotland to do well, realistically, on football terms, that side knock us off the park all day. So it's good that international football's back, but it's a bittersweet moment because I think we've come up against one of the toughest teams we could have. So
absolutely,
they're a strong side.
You're looking at Denmark's previous 3-match competition. Of course, they scurried Moldova 8-0. They beat Austria, second seeds, 4-0, and beating Israel 2-0. So we are definitely going to concede tonight, I feel. The Scotland side is, of course, Craig Gordon in goals. Then Hanley, Cooper, McKenna making a back three, with the 2 wing backs being Robertson and Tierney, I would assume. Then going with Gilmer, McLean, field with Fraser probably playing just behind up top. What do you make of? Is that the right selection for Scotland tonight?
I think you kind of have to look positively at how Scotland want to play their football now. No matter what team you come up against, the best team or the worst team in the group, manager wants to play going forward, and out of any game, if he wants to try something out, it's got to maybe be this one. Beat tonight, but you have to go out and try and go out and perform. So it was a decision. That's why we are sitting here and not in Denmark tonight at Copenhagen Stadium. But I trust the gaffer.
I mean, it's got Craig Levein vibes about it.
When you got here, you said on the radio, Craig Levein was saying happily, "Oh, this looks like a 3-6."
I feel my life genuinely, but it gives me the fear because you've got 3 centre, and I think Clark's looked to them and Olsen and thought, right, we need to be physical against them, kind of forgetting the skill of Olsen and Damsgaard. Jack Henry something. No,
I know Jack Henry would be the man to sort of maybe shut up Josef Poulsen, because of course how prolific he's been in the league. What is your prediction for tonight's game?
I think we'll probably lose, but I'm going to be optimistic and say we'll sneak a draw.
I'll happily take that.
Well, I'll be realistic. We'll get beat 2-0.
I'm reckoning it's going to be 3-1 to Denmark, but if we can shut them up for as long as possible and maybe sneak a wee opportunity is where the game's going to take us. But that's the teams coming out of the stadium, and we're going to be with you all the way through the game, and no matter how bad in our seats, we will not leave early. Do not worry.
Well, 2 years ago.
No, I'll be here. You're just here for the pints, mate.
No, come on, listen to that. Scotland have a tough task tonight, but you have been optimistic. On paper, we should get beat tonight, so
no, we should.
We'll have a good result. Shea Adams had a good start to the season. I think that Fred kind of took his OG. Cal McGregor, of course, I watch a lot of Celtic. He's now the captain of Celtic. He stepped up to the plate. Robertson, and so yeah, we've got some great players in there. It's just about gelling as a team, and but yeah, Denmark is some Euros tournament, so it will be a very tough task.
Of course,
I don't want to sound too negative, but see, when I say Denmark don't really have a weakness, we've got Scott McKenna.
Yeah.
Scott McKenna, like I said it when we were talking about the Euros and the build-up to any game he's on the field, we are losing. He's playing the Forest team with Joe Worrell. Think of that as a centre-back team.
And not just that, it's like the epitome of Scott McKenna in a Scotland shirt.
Guaranteed yellow card.
Aye. Put your
man, but it's got a guaranteed yellow card.
You know, a gambling man, Juddy.
Used to, but not really. I just kind of enjoy the football. See, if you put a bet in the game, like if it's any more than a fiver, all you do is just you're just watching for that. So nah,
gamble away our trips. Don't gamble at home.
Correct.
Aye. I'd be lying if I say that I have a coupon on those. Yeah, Denmark. Aye, but aye. So get something. That'd be at least like anything less than 4-0. It's done better than Austria, who I think will be competing for second spot. And hopefully our producer will be coming up with a few comments on the screen right now. And we'll get your predictions in the chat. Michael Presley says, Gogsy boy on the pints. No, just the pints of Iron Brew. Staying professional. It'll be nice to see the comments as well coming in. But there's are we not singing the national anthems?
We missed it. We spoke through it.
Oh, we spoke through it. That's always a good start.
The respectful trio we are. We just spoke
through Flower of Scotland, which now it's a Denmark match. Do you not know this one, Gogsy?
No,
karaoke tune.
It's not really a karaoke tune for me. I'm more of a Queen type. But I'm kidding on.
You're going to get asked to sing it.
Oh, crazy.
We just got a comment in there from Edward McLean who said, I'd honestly be shocked if we get anything from. We can definitely go at them, but by doing that, it will cause problems for our back line. Mark, I hope I'm wrong though. Kind of again realistic. I think optimistic, but being realistic is more respectful. I think.
Yeah,
we never know. Do you know what I'm wrong? I hope I'm made to be the Chris Boyd of the evening and just talk rubbish.
He's not going to let us have a go at him, is he?
No, he's definitely not.
He's
just going to say stay structured and
get to half time 0-0.
Yeah.
Scotland flag. Doesn't show it.
That's strange because when it's England, it's like they show the England flag, but they don't show the Scotland flag. Just channel legend saying come on Scotland, and so Denmark definitely playing a 4-3-3. I mean, if it was for obvious reasons, Scott McKenna at the back.
The thing is, if they can get those two, like they're mainly white players, Damsgaard and Scovilles, so if they get them in between the outside centre back and the wing back, we're in trouble.
We definitely.
Do you know out for most of the season after that? Do you know anything of that injury?
I thought he was, but I think he came out. He was actually.
I was very shocked to see that he was because Liverpool's a friend. I genuinely never knew that because I watched that. Slow motion and like that.
The thing is, we don't know if he's fully fit. So the problem you've got is, like get PTSD at the minute playing in the Arsenal defence.
Aye. And of course, tonight is also two sides since 1986 in the Mexico World Cup, in which Denmark beat us 1-0.
You'll remember that, right? Yeah, late 20s you were there, was it?
It's getting very late to your late 20s, aren't
we? They've got Wind, who's on the booking as well. With Scotland having a few out due to COVID, O'Donnell being one of those casualties. Well, don't know if it's much of a casualty, but moving on to.
Do you know what Stephen?
He does a job, but now that we're getting young right backs who are probably just as good as he is.
Yeah,
the time's coming to throw in Patterson, Ramsey.
He's like, I think they trust someone who does Harry Redknapp, the Crouch Chain, all that. Do you know what I mean? They trust players like that. So
the problem we've got is we need somebody as attacking as well.
Yeah, and then but the thing is, like as they've been saying before, Stephen O'Donnell's been used as sort of like when Robbo goes forward, Stephen O'Donnell comes back and it's like a back four, which he's been good at. I mean, he was superb at Wembley, but apart from that, I can't remember him having such a good performance, like an international standard performance, which is unfortunate. But
some games that suit him. England game suited him because he was so committed. But
anyway, here we go. Kick-off is upon us.
Kick-off is here, and
we've gave the ball away within.
And we have already lost our 100% possession.
But this is what we need to do. We need to high press them. If they've got the ball in defence, we can't just sit back and let them come at us every time.
Yep.
Time waste, not it?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, if people in the comments could let us know if they could actually hear us properly, that'd be. Can they not? It keeps fading.
Right, we'll just need to speak really loud like this then.
Like, okay. Of course, if
Scotland got a chance here.
Go
on.
Nah, it's poor.
Yep. It's unlucky.
It looks more like their two are playing as wingers rather than right up with Paulson.
Yep.
Yeah, we've certainly squeezed them for a wee bit. We're going up and
I think we gave away a foul there.
Yeah. I must say though, I did enjoy watching Joachim Mæhle throughout the Euros. I thought he was definitely one of the more surprising aspects of the tournament.
Oh, he was brilliant, wasn't he?
Oh, he was absolutely superb. He got a couple of goals and a few assists, and he did that sort of outside the foot right cross to get one of the goals for Denmark in a really important match that they had. And of course, they absolutely scalped Russia to get through.
I loved that goal. The commentator was a bit moaning that he'd put it with his right foot and it turned into an absolute peach.
Oh, it was an absolute peach.
Delighted to see Billy Gilmore playing.
Oh, it's good.
The next he's the best talent Scotland have had, I think, in a generation. He's ability-wise, anyway, what he's capable of, he's certainly one of the best.
Just closer to it.
Yep.
Yeah. There we go.
Actually looks, to be fair, like Fraser is almost playing as a second striker.
That's the thing is, when we played, I think it was against the Czech Republic in the Nations League when we beat them at home. Ryan Fraser was utilised as a second striker, and he sort of had that freedom of almost a number 10 as well. Just it wasn't like back and forth running; it was sideways running, and they just didn't know how to handle it.
Callum McGregor's pressing really high as well, but a lot more.
Callum's work off the ball this year. It's one thing I always like to see when you go to the games. Of course, it's nice you can see everything. I watch a lot of players work off the ball because it's something you don't see on the telly. Callum McGregor's superb at that. He's all over the park, especially when he's at Celtic. So for me, he's one of the first names in the sheet, isn't he?
That's modern football, though. Nowadays, football is won with 80% of off the ball running.
Nah.
And I mean, you can see the sort of difference compared to like back in the 70s, 80s, /90s, and I mean, football is played at an even quicker game than it used to be.
Hold on, I've just noticed something. It's Andy Robertson is playing right wing back.
Is he?
Tierney's playing left wing back.
Go on, Tierney.
Unlucky.
Robbo's playing right wing back.
That was close.
I don't think he's ever played. Yeah, has he? No, for Scotland anyway. It's always been Tierney. It's been shoved over the other side.
Maybe Clark's actually realised maybe if we do have Tierney playing in his natural position, we'll actually get the best out of him. And if Robbo isn't as fighting fit, then Denmark won't realise that.
Well done, Gordon.
Cheers, mate.
I think Tierney's probably better. It's hard to say. I think Tierney's probably better dribbling, mate. Robbo's a better crosser.
Yeah. I would say Robbo's better maybe off the ball, but on the ball it's Tierney. It's definitely much more talented. Of course, with the 3 assists against the Faroe Islands, playing as an overlapping centre half.
Do love him playing as a centre back. He just runs forward. It's great.
Aye. Also gives you jailbait for the counter attack.
I can't see.
When you look at Denmark individually, some of the players are absolutely superb. Do you know what I mean?
Danger.
Oh no, that's a good tackle there, and it's away over the bar. From
First 5 minutes, lads. What we saying?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. I've not seen too much of a threat from Denmark yet, but obviously,
I don't think there's been a lot of unforced errors from Scotland. I don't think we've been okay. I think we've lost the ball high up the park. I don't think that no one really lost it yet, which was what I was worried about.
But I just hope this doesn't turn into another repeat of like the Russia game over there, because we did start off quite well in that game, and then we just faded away. And as soon as Artem Zuba got on the ball, I was like, nah, it's just not happening today for us.
Paulson's no Zuba though.
Oh, I know.
Zuba was throwing our boys all over the shop.
Like he ragdolled both our centre halves. As a Broomhill representative, you'll be used to sort of rough and tumble of the lower leagues. So how would the likes of Artem Zuba rate against a Broomhill centre forward?
I suspect Mike Dunlop might give him an elbow here earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
Slightly, but
I mean, Mick Dunlop was playing for Queen's Park as well. Like, because my granddad's a Queen's Park fan, so used to go to a few of those games.
He's still got it.
Does he still have it?
He just reads the game so well, you know.
Superb.
But anymore.
No.
I'm doing it for the quickest anyway. But
No, definitely not. But that was a wee flash there for Denmark, sort of giving us a wee warning of what they're capable of.
I got a wee bit nervous.
We certainly know what they're capable of. They are. I thought they were brilliant for the Euros. Of course, the story with Ericsson and stuff, and how they came together as a squad and got so far in the tournament was a real fairy tale story. I wish they could have went further, but various reasons. But nah, it wasn't meant to be. But they are a great side.
I will have to say, Scotland have won the last two meetings between the two sides. Of course, they were both friendlies at Hampden, but who's really caring?
I think they'll get a claim.
Yeah, I think it's a head knock as well.
Olsen came together with
Hanley.
Is it Hanley?
Yeah, because he's just walked away.
Aye, because Hanley's a big bruiser.
There's not much in that.
Nah. I think Poulsen tried to run past him, but just ran into him.
Yep.
Running into Grant Hanley's apparently pretty painful.
It's
Scott McKenna.
Even worse.
He just ran into a concrete block.
Yeah, Edward McLean says Denmark will always look for long balls over McKenna as he's a weak link.
Yeah, he's massively the weak link. Genuinely can't believe Henry's not playing ahead.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Jack Henry. What was his move yesterday?
£10 million to Club Bruges.
Yep.
10 million?
Including all the additionals.
So 10 million in total, will it?
Aye, because Ostend, basically what they did, they had a clause in their contract, I believe, that they would just purchase him at the end of his loan move from Celtic, and then they made an instant profit on him.
And he did the sensible thing. Paid, what, 1.7 they paid from?
Really? Only 1.7?
I think it was 1.7 and then 10 million euros, whatever that comes back.
Probably about 9.2 million or something.
They basically made 8 mil.
Good going. Can't you knock that, especially for the Belgian league. Of course, Belgium and Holland basically are like the 6th or 7th joint most reputable league in England, in Europe. Sorry, not England. What am I on about?
Ostend's basically St Johnstone, but Belgian, aren't they? When you look at the comparison,
I would say so.
Challenge for cup seed there and stuff, but they're never going to win a league.
Yeah. I know that feeling all too well. Well, apart from this season, we're not exactly challenging for any cup.
Oh, chance here.
Oh, and it's flashed past the post.
See, that's dangerous. That's where their wingers are going to try and get in behind the full-backs and swinging balls in. And
it's a good play for Gilmore, actually, closing down that.
Yep.
What are we thinking about Craig Gordon, by the way?
He's a good shot stopper, but when the ball's in the box, he sort of shits himself.
I don't know. A keeper's a weird one. I mean, you can argue all day about who's in form as a keeper, and usually it's both the old firm sides or whatever who they have someone in because they're obviously the highest in the league. But Craig Gordon, Hearts have done well. I mean, he was very good against, especially Celtic. The 2-1 win that Hearts got the kind of opening day of.
Slack.
Yeah, that is a bit slack. Oh, come on.
That's well
done.
That's good. That'll do. Keep them there.
Play off.
10 minutes in, still 0-0. You've kept a clean sheet against the top seed in the first 10 minutes, so it's good going.
Just looks so weird seeing Andy Robertson defending it right.
I've seen Andy Robertson play for Dundee United, Queen's Park, Liverpool, and it's just absolutely weird seeing him on the right.
Every single time we go forward, we're putting it down the left-hand side. So we're clearly trying to use Tierney because he keeps getting right up.
So I'd imagine that's probably why Tierney is playing a bit further forward, because he's the only one that, in terms of wing backs, that's actually got the ability to go further forward if Robbo's a bit weaker at the moment because of his injury.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, I was passing the phone over there just to let him know that it was alright. So we were having audio issues, folks, but I think we're all good now. We've asked, we're sorted. So
let us know for them.
Let us know if I know. If you can't hear Moza, it's alright, but as long as you hear me, Gogs,
Just my low drone is.
So, no, we're sorted.
Aye, that's alright now, yeah?
If you give me 5 minutes, please do with me.
Aye, anyways.
See, we're beginning to sit in a bit. This is getting in the feel.
We'll be alright. Don't be anxious, but we'll be alright. You were supposed to be the optimist today. I was supposed to be the realistic one, but I'm saying we'll be alright. Oh no, I've jinxed it.
We got away with that.
I've not jinxed it.
Yeah, we can't sit that deep.
No, we're far too deep. If this is how we're playing at 0-0, I'd hate to see how we play at 1-0 up.
It's part of the bus.
That's okay.
Much better.
Oh, go on. That's a good lead.
Fraser's
fast as well. If anyone scores for Scotland tonight, who are we saying that will be?
Well, usually I'd say John McGinn's a shoe-in.
I mean, I actually like Fraser.
Aye.
To be honest, like, Shea's there, but Fraser's making the runs, trying to get in behind and coming off, and you'd think Fraser's going to get a chance or two.
Denmark. Ball over the top.
Too easy.
Like we spoke about, in behind, it's a header. Daniel Vass, I think it is.
Yeah, I believe it's Daniel Vass.
Still at Valencia, him?
Yeah.
Is that where he's still at? Is he at Valencia still?
Yeah.
In the 13th minute, we have been undone by a cross in the box.
It's such a simple ball in as well.
Yeah, it is. It's quite poor. It's quite poor.
Who did he beat? Because he's not the tallest.
I think he beat Tierney.
Must have been. Yeah. He's just on as well.
He's on side as well. I think Hanley's playing him on there.
It looks like McKenna.
Is it McKenna?
Of course it's McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna's playing him on.
McKenna's just in no man's land there. Just doesn't know what he's going to do.
It's poor for Tierney though. As Tierney's man, he's just letting him behind him. He's not looking.
He's been caught out there.
Yeah.
Fortunately, but hey ho. One every 14 minutes. What we're saying. 6-0. Alright, not bad. Not bad.
Edward says, I called it. I knew that would happen with the over the top through ball, and could be a long night. That could be the floodgates opening. Knowing what Denmark have done to say poor Moldova, 8-0.
Look at the space here again on the right.
Yeah.
Huh?
We've pure opened up now as well.
Oh no.
Getting carved open.
This is just.
Oh no,
2-0.
that is
ridiculous. Far too easy.
That is an absolute joke. I cannot believe how easy that goal was. That was like for that.
That's Miller scored.
Its first goal was in the 14th minute. This one is in the 15th. It's scored 2 goals within 2 minutes. Certainly not good enough.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
When you stop putting scores in, I think people that are in Denmark are getting it a lot more quicker. They spammed it and have blocked you. And you will be blocked.
Yeah, you have to change the banner.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was too busy blocking people. Rude.
Oh, silly though, but nice little Cruyff turn there, and that's a great goal. That, but it's of course and a nutmeg.
Oh dear,
Cruyff turn it outside of the foot through a ball and a nutmeg.
Hanley and Cooper get taken out just by one pass,
just one ball.
Yeah, that's
far too easy.
That's very poor. Very disappointing, but
that's what happens when you've got such a static back three, though. They can't shift.
Like, they are literally the 3 slowest centre-backs in the Scotland roster. Like,
Big Deck's faster than the...
Big Deck's faster, I think.
Deck's quite quick.
Yeah, I don't see why we don't play Deck. I'd like to see him in there. He's physical, and he's quite athletic for being a centre-back, so... although he's a big guy, a lot of people won't think that, but...
should be 3.
Yeah. That really should have been.
That was unlucky.
Denmark are a world-class team. We all knew this. You give them that much time, they will hurt you. That's exactly what's happened. Disappointing, says Edward.
We're sitting off.
Like, no ball should be able to roll in the box.
No.
And we've literally just sat and watched that.
If this gets ugly, is Clark beginning to get a bit of pressure on him?
I mean, no. I mean, look, the semi-finalists of the quarter-finalists of the Euros, semi of the Euros. So it's like, we get beat 3-4 nil off this mob, and then the pressure's on someone like him. We need to be realistic here. Scotland we know we've done well to get. He gave us the best. Do you know what I mean? Like campaign we've had in over 2 decades. So
you're looking at a side that went and thrashed the second seed 4-0 away from home.
Yeah,
it was never going to be an easy game.
But that's the thing, though. There will be certain people who will do that.
Yeah.
But for me, in my opinion, I don't think so. I mean, it could be worse. We could have had Levine or Strachan still in there.
Well, we're playing a wee bit Levine at the minute. We need
to be honest,
offer something going forward.
I didn't have any problem with Strachan.
I think Strachan did alright.
I was disappointed to see Strachan go.
I think he went at the right time.
He went at the right time because it wasn't.
This is better.
I mean, he did make that error saying that Scotland are too wee as a nation.
But that's Strachan. Strachan says stupid.
Yeah, Strachan says stuff to get a reaction out of folk. But I mean, like,
yeah, I must admit, this is better. We've passed the ball and we've. I'm just going to shut up. I'm not going to say anything else. Every time I say something, I jinx it. But that first goal's poor. It's just coming back up on our screen there. The second goal is a bit of class from they two there. The Cruyff turn, the outside of the foot, the run in behind, and the nutmeg through Gordon. It doesn't look good if you're a Scotland fan, but if you're anybody else watching that as a neutral or a fan of football, it's a great goal.
The thing is, my point was proven about Craig Gordon. The ball into the box for the first goal. He was just in no man's land. He didn't know where to stand or what to do. And the second goal, I mean, it's poor defending because we're just caught out by one through pass.
Yep.
The thing with keeper though is if you're not playing Gordon and you're not playing Marshall,
who are you playing?
That's it.
I mean, I had a discussion with him at Declan. He said Zander Clark should be in with a shout, and I think Liam Kelly is too small for the international stage. I mean, he's just 6 foot and no more. Apparently,
I think Zander will get his chance, but I think if throw someone like Zander in. And maybe a game like this is maybe
he's literally just played against Galatasaray.
So but there's still a Galatasaray Denmark player. I think he'll get his chance, and I think he deserves his chance as well.
This is better. Billy Gilmore bring this forward.
Almost
unlucky. Ball in behind there, just cut out. But like I said about a couple of minutes ago, Scotland are playing better. We've recovered the ball back here as well.
We just need to get Gilmore in the ball.
Yeah, it's the midfielders like McGregor, Gilmore, them who like to move across, glide across the park, get the balls out wide, make space for other players in the park. So hopefully they can keep that up, and hopefully we get a wee bit of a response. Maybe we needed to go down a goal here or two to get a response out of them. But yeah, we've recovered the ball again, and now it's a foul. So the response to going down has been good, I must admit.
I just hope that it doesn't get any uglier, because this could really open the floodgates here.
That's good.
We did get away with a pass there.
Well done, Scotland. Come on.
We're just passing the ball about the defence, trying to find a way through the Danish midfield. But of course, they're sort of squeezing us, aren't they?
This is where we need to get Gilmore on the ball as much as possible, and we're coming forward. He's the man who'll find a pass like that.
And we've won a throw-in. Just itching towards the final third there. But
that's better.
That's better. We'll take that. We'll take that again.
Just keep.
Is it Ryan Fraser's that? Is it still Newcastle?
Yeah, still Newcastle.
He was at Bournemouth a couple of seasons. He was at Bournemouth under Howe though, I know that. That's alright, we've still got it. Still have it, but
I'm sort of glad I didn't book Copenhagen now. Because we were looking about going over to it, but then tickets weren't available.
Yeah, the thing is, it's flights and stuff just now are just absolutely crazy.
But they're cheap as chips.
Well, I was looking at Alkmaar for
Celtic's
second leg, and it was £380 return trip to Amsterdam from Glasgow. Usually you can get a
really?
weekend away for that.
Because what I was looking at was it was like a train down to Manchester from Edinburgh, £30, and then getting the flight over was about £45 from Manchester to Copenhagen. It saved about £50.
That makes sense.
So
no flying out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the way we were. Well, I was looking at travelling over. I mean, whenever
for the best,
probably definitely. Bank account agrees.
It's a shame we've had to go 2 down to actually settle.
Aye.
We started off quite promisingly, and then switched off.
See, when you think though, like for instance, my uncle, he doesn't really have a club team. He's always just been Scotland. He's been everywhere. Like the story, they've travelled. They've got hired buses from Romania to Estonia just to get to games. Like, how many? If you're a Scotland fan, you've travelled, like say for the last 20 years. How many games do you actually think you've seen Scotland live?
It's probably
less than 10. It's probably less than 5%, maybe 10%.
No.
We've got quite a lot of wins against Disney teams to be fair.
Yeah, but I would say
even some of the teams in Europe, like I don't think it's more about expecting.
I would say it's probably about
a
25 to 35 win percentage.
I mean, I think my last away game was away in France when we beat him and James McFadden.
Like James McFadden.
Oh yeah, Jamie Sword. That night was absolutely sensational.
Do you remember your first Scotland game?
Estonia at home. Mine's right.
I think mine's was definitely Lithuania actually.
Was that
Lithuania?
Was that the game at Tynecastle where we beat Estonia? Or was that another?
Oh, mine was in his 50s. Keep moving back.
A shot away.
Yeah, a shot. I think for about 30 yards there, but Hoiberg, I think it was over the bar. So we're fine. No, but I think mine was Lithuania.
I hate to make you feel young, but my first home Scotland game was when we beat Georgia 2-1 with Craig Beattie's last minute heroics. So it was a while. It was 2007.
Just watching that goal back there again, it does not get any easier anytime you watch it. It's
straight through
Gordon looks like an umpty after that.
And Mela goes off, tapping his nose as if to say get up to you as well.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not what you know, it's if you know.
Oh
my God.
Both Scotland centre halves have ran into each other there. They've recovered the ball, but he had a bit of pace on him there. He was.
I'm sitting in my seat and I'm still more mobile than half the Scotland centre halves.
The thing is, with Hanley, I quite like guys beside him. See, just to be the rock in the middle of that three, fine. But you need if you're doing that. Because playing Cooper and McKenna, there's just no pace there.
Bit of a scramble, but if we lose the ball or we're not playing that well, but see, as long as we're winning the second ball and trying, that's all you can really ask for, isn't it? So.
Be careful, because literally the last thing I said before they scored the first was I think Ryan Fraser will get it.
I think she will score.
I mean, you always get one chance at least a game. Put one in. Mark are sort of attacking us even without the ball. They put two men on the man with the ball every time, and I mean we don't have the caliber of player to do that.
No.
That's what these good teams do, though. They just double up and they press high and they win the ball back. So there's another ball over the top. This time it's dealt with, but only by Tierney.
Denmark's still picking up the scraps.
Oh, that fell better for McGregor. He had a chance.
Unlucky though. Okay.
Well, making this look so easy as well.
Yeah, I was going to let that run. Tierney needs to know that ball's going out wide. He needs to just take the extra few yards.
Because they're putting a centre mid up to force Tierney inside.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And is this Denmark's first corner of the game? Yeah, I think so.
Bad days when you get half as many corners, you do goals in it. Refereeing coming over and just giving Kennan and Hanley a wee word to behave themselves.
I mean, the good news is, surely if there's one benefit of having 3 immobile rocks at the back, they should be fine for 7 pieces.
Yeah.
Oh,
well done.
Don't speak too soon. Cheers.
Oh my God! He's chested it down, took 2 touches before anybody's.
We've got a free kick out of that at least from Thomas Delaney, the part Irishman.
Part Irish, is he?
Aye. Aye.
15 yards out.
Do you think Delaney's much of a Danish name?
Yeah, well, I suppose.
It's embarrassing that he's 15, 16 yards away. Ball in for a corner, he's got time to bring it down.
He's pure chested it up as if he's about to volley it.
It's going well.
It's going very well. Superb.
Listen, it could be worse. It could be 3-0. So I'm just actually quite happy Scotland are back. It's usually when do you know? I don't know about yourselves, but usually when there's an international break, you're like, because you just know you're getting a doing. But see, because of the Euros and that, now that I've actually quite looked forward to this international break.
I was starting to plan going to more away games, so I would actually enjoy the international break a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID hit, because the only time I've seen Scotland away was in San Marino, and that wasn't pretty either.
Do you know, funnily enough, when the group got announced, I was desperate to get over to the Faroes.
Oh, me too.
Desperate.
Yeah, I've actually I've put down a deposit for one of the Wonky Sheep travel trips.
Love that.
But I honestly don't know if we're going to get allowed to.
No, I don't think we will, sadly. Because I've made pals with the FA on Twitter and stuff as well, and I thought, perfect.
Oh, brilliant.
Get a wee contact, get going there, but
yeah.
I don't think we'll be.
Keep that one to yourself, aye?
Twitter friends and that.
Because I drew them in a international tournament for FM, I thought, oh no, but any pals and so it was alright.
And I've also got a deposit for the Moldova game away as well.
I think I'll definitely go to the home games for me now, especially when you're going to kind of Celtic. Of course, that's when you're going to all the games.
If you support,
tickets add up, don't they? So,
if you support Celtic or Rangers, it's going to be expensive enough supporting your club. But supporting Motherwell, having a season ticket, it sort of helps.
Well, we should add that obviously Motherwell being my local team from Motherwell, they've done some great stuff for the community this year, free season tickets and stuff, and for fans who bought them last year, so they've certainly set an example for the rest of Scottish football, I must admit. Aye,
because I'd love to see other clubs take a leaf out of our book. Edward says, I'm looking at that bench there, I see Hendry and Gallagher, surely they're better than one of those 2 centre-backs. I'm inclined to agree. Scott McKenna is just definitely not a player I had penned down as my starting 11.
He's playing for a team that's bottom in the English Championship.
And he's captain of them as well, is he not?
Which is even more embarrassing for Nottingham Forest, to be fair.
I think it's one of the ones where, like I said, like we spoke about before, if Steve Clark wants to try something in any game, it's tonight, because I don't see he's getting beat 8-0 off. Don't you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's I just kind of like to let things go with the flow, but I can see where you're coming from. It was partly to blame in one of the goals there, and
I mean, I am very anti McKenna.
Me too.
However, I was very pro Gallagher through the Euros. Of course, I wanted to see him playing. I think he does. I think he adds something to the team that physicality and athleticism, like I said, because being a big guy, he is quite athletic, and I thought he would have done a job, but obviously it wasn't meant to be at the Euros, so you never know. He might get that chance now. He's been called up for a reason, so yeah.
Maybe to play against Moldova.
I hope he does play against Moldova, because you get your chance, you show what you're capable of. You know what I mean?
Moldova's a game that you can probably get away with doing an experiment here or there with players that you might want to bring in, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely. Certainly tried maybe Xander Clark or Liam Kelly and go as well.
We've got a free kick for Denmark.
It's far too easy. He's unmarked.
It's another ball into the box.
It's a good save by Gordon, but it's cleared away, and Scotland get away with another chance there.
That's a shambles of defending.
Aye,
how do you leave a boy unmarked at the back post?
My question is, how many Denmark players were unmarked? That's the thing.
It looked like the two of them in the back post for a bit.
Like, two of them went a completely different direction. It was like organised confusion.
Yeah.
And like, we just didn't know where to look.
Concerning. That's basic stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The irony is, as bad as we've looked at the back, one goal changes us and we might actually have a way back in.
The next goal is crucial. If we can get back into this game, then we can actually challenge Denmark. But
well done. That's good tracking back that
right,
time.
Here's a counter attack. Is there anyone there?
Is there anybody there?
That's wasteful.
Mm.
And goodness, was that Cafu at the back here? Did you see that touchdown of the chest? Aye, a touchdown, but followed by a root. Aye. We need an out ball. Yeah. Certainly do. I hope that Ryan Fraser would be that out ball, but like, I reckon he's far too.
He's fine if you let him look for the space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you can just tell him be a striker and sit there. He's got to come a bit deeper.
Yeah, either come a bit deeper, or he's got to be looking for that kind of ball out wide, or the flick one from Shea. And
like
here Celtic are breaking.
Too much on.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's where you need Fraser to be bombing it down the wing or bombing it in behind.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Robbo that tried to play with his left foot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As Scotland picked the ball back up, driving forward.
Right. Come on. Next goal's crucial here.
Mm-hmm.
Just had a message from my pal saying Xander Clark on at half time question. At this point, I'd be happy going it 2-0 with her. Just try and regroup. What did they change?
Everything.
I don't know. I mean,
like, what can you actually change?
But the thing is, I think we've had a good response from the goals. I know. Maybe two in quick succession. That quick is usually doesn't happen. So if you to look at that as if Scotland were only 1-0 down here, you would say the response has been good and we were still very much in it. The fact that there's been two in such quick succession, which were just two silly mistakes.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. Do you leave it at half time, or would you change it at the back? I think if I was changing anything, which I'm no manager, but I would maybe get someone like Gallagher on and swap the centre halves about.
Mm-hmm. Don't know if this is controversial or not, but I'm not a massive Kenny McLean fan either. I just don't think he's quick enough for international football.
I reckon Kenny McLean is the sort of player in which you can bring him on with about 25 minutes to go, and he'll instantly get up to speed with the game. And then, but apart from that, I don't know.
It probably doesn't help him that we're spoiled by having John McGinn.
Yeah.
And then when Kenny plays,
it's not the same.
He's no John McGinn.
It's like,
so who's actually missing out of the Scotland squad then for COVID?
Stephen O'Donnell, John McGinn's got an injury, I think.
Yep. Christie not in the squad now?
Christie's not
in the squad.
Oh, Christie wasn't
He
in
is in the squad, wasn't he?
I thought he
On the
was.
bench?
Must be on the bench then.
I've not got the bench here, I'll double check.
I put the starting 11 in and that was it.
We'll check the bench just now.
It is a short bench though, because so many boys are out, and
I think we've got a squad of 18 for this game.
Clark didn't bother calling any
Any
call-ups for whatever reason,
goodness me.
any replacements.
Yes, Ryan Christie's on the bench along with Lyndon Dykes, Liam Kelly, Jack Henry, Declan Gallagher, Lewis Ferguson, David Turnbull, and Xander Clark.
I'd argue they'd rather have Lewis Ferguson on than Kenny McLean, isn't it?
Really?
Just to give us a bit of bite and a bit more. Like, he's a bit quicker.
See, I don't think we've been that bad. I mean, we're all used to watching Scotland lose anyway, so
Yeah.
I've seen worse first halves. But hey ho, we move on.
Just as long as we get points against the teams that we should be picking points up on.
Yeah, I mean, it all boils down to what the usual story is with Scotland, that the big teams, you don't expect anything, and then it boils down to that kind of second seeded team or something. We're fighting out for that, do you know what I mean? So,
problem is, I think we need to go to Austria.
What's happened here? Not too sure what's happened.
Grant Hanley's
in a bit of a mix-up with something.
It's just...
We'll just about catch it on the replay here. I think he's calling over Grant Hanley, however, he's walking away.
We'll look at it closer, see if this is an off-the-ball challenge.
That is practically nothing.
It's a shoulder barge, and he's gripped his shirt. I don't know why he's done that.
Nothing in it.
That's nothing in it at all. I think the ref's reaction was a bit much.
It was a bit over the top. I think
from what we've seen it in the camera, it looked a bit.
After the Danish fans' reaction, I thought that was a bit over the top as well. But that's the thing. When something as minimal as that happens, and the opposition fans are like up in arms about it and saying, "Oh, he should get carded," it's just a case of boys will be boys. Just shut up, play on.
Oh, all over the top here.
Nah.
It's unlucky.
Lucky break for Denmark.
Been unlucky here.
That's a good ball as well. And that should be a free kick to Scotland.
It's a foul.
Yeah.
Scotland can get away with one there. It was a bit unlucky in the middle of the park there.
Look who it was that lost.
Scott McKenna.
You're just a jinx. You'll not be back.
I'm not just McKenna's just bad.
McKenna's
just bad.
Dear.
Actually, well done for Hanley.
Hanley did well to get in front.
Genuinely, I'd love to play against McKenna.
I fancy my chances against Scott McKenna as well.
Scotland versus Moldova, our first home game in the campaign. Saturday, 7:15
in this international break, because we had two in March.
I'm talking about must wins.
All right, yeah.
You going Saturday?
I am indeed. Myself and the producer have got tickets for the game.
Love that.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to going.
Moza, you've got a bigger game you said you're going to on Saturday?
Sunday.
Bigger game on Sunday. Bigger game on the Sunday.
We've moved it to Sunday so people can come along to that as well, obviously. Queen of the South Broom Hill.
Queen of the South Broom Hill. So.
And the cup that people remember as the turn-up for the Iron Brew Cup, nobody remembers the SPFL Trust Cup.
Yeah.
They want to used to have the Irish and the Welsh teams and all that.
Or the Ramsden's Cup.
The Ramsden's, that's what it was.
Petrofac training and all that.
Is it not the Petrofac when Rangers lost the final?
Yes, I believe it was. Or was that the time they got beat by Alloa in the semi-final?
Who did they lost the final to? I'm trying to remember now. Is it Peterhead, maybe?
No, they beat Peterhead 4-0 at Hampden.
Sure they lost the final?
Yes, they lost to Raith Rovers.
Raith,
there you go. It was at Easter Road, I think. 4 minutes till half time.
I do like the way we're pressing though. That's another great ball. We just seem our fullbacks just seem to kind of be lost with these. That's unlucky again from Denmark. Scotland's done okay there to get there, but I think
they're just, like we said, doubling up.
Giving that ball away again.
We've given it away.
I feel sorry for Tierney because Tierney's getting dragged inside to try and help the centre back.
Yep.
And
he's looking lost with a ball going out wide. Yeah.
So much space out wing.
And there it's there again. Like that if he doesn't touch that ball there, Tierney's left with 10 yards to make up my decision to make.
And Denmark are just class. Let's just face it.
Yeah, they are a very good side, and we said that before the game. They've got some world class players in there. I mean, oh my goodness!
Another volunteer box.
And arguably they're missing one of the best players to ever come out of their nation, in Ericsson. So they're certainly a strong side.
Is he done at the international level?
I don't. Did he say retired?
I don't think any officials came out, but.
I know that Inter Milan said, or what I read on Twitter, it might not be permanent or set in stone, but they said that they wouldn't play until he's I think it was his stint or something had been removed, and they wouldn't have him. So, but he seems to be on the road to recovery. Whether he plays again or not, it's something different. I certainly wouldn't be playing again if the wages he's earned in his career from playing at such a high level. You don't think he'd be short of a penny or a pound, would you?
I would just live off the interest in my bank account.
You might want to get back in the field one last season.
Yeah, of course, but
even if it's just a couple of games at the end of the season, then retire.
Health is wealth, though, isn't it? I struggle to play 90 minutes, never mind a full season. So I'd certainly be retiring, but yeah, they have got a great squad. I mean, Højbjerg's in there, and he's at Spurs now, and Christensen's still at Chelsea. Yeah. Still there. So I'm not talking him moving away to was it Milan along with Tomori?
I think there was whispers about it, but they got Tomori in there.
So yeah, they've got a great Schmeichel, of course, is won silverware this year at Leicester and doing a great job at them. So it's good that they've got a leader like him as well. Who just I think Schmeichel's a great keeper.
That's the thing with Scotland, we're not lacking leaders. When you look at the players we've got,
look at that massive space.
Yeah, it's a huge gulp. We're just sitting off. This is what affected us in the Euros as well. We're not brave enough to close teams down.
Yeah,
we're scared they're just going to go around the corner and beat us that way. But they're doing it.
And we've got a break here. There we go. Go on.
Nah, it's too far.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Not quite. It's a good
unlucky.
Good try.
It's just a wee bit too heavy there.
That's what it is. So it's pressing them into them and making errors and just capitalising on that. So
I wish we were braver pressing.
I think that's why. Yeah. Do you think that's why Clark's played Fraser there, just for that bit of pace and to press? I think that. Do you know? I must admit, I think that's where Scotland missed someone like Lee Griffiths, because when he was in the squad, that's something he'd done. Of course, he'll never put a foot on shot on again. But
really good move.
Yeah, good move. What do you think? Do you think Scotland missed someone like that, pressing quick? Like maybe someone like Lee Griffiths, not him necessarily, but
someone with an actual knack of scoring goals at the right time.
To be honest, I think the pressing issue we've got is defence in midfield, because you just seem a bit scared to get too close to them. They're scared to make a mistake rather than putting them under pressure.
We've got a free kick around the Danish box.
Just entered stoppage time. We're just about to see how long is added on for the first half. One minute.
Just the 1 minute. So this is technically the last play of the half.
We'll do well again.
Give us something to go into half time to cheer about.
Given we get 3 centre backs, you'd think we should be alright for set pieces here.
Here we go. Robertson and Fraser over the ball here.
It's just
this referee's a bit over the top, isn't he? I must admit.
He's tried to make the game a bit about him sometimes.
Robertson ball on.
I think
it's at the back. It's a cross goal. And we've got a corner.
No,
goal kick.
The referee's given a
foul.
I think.
Given a foul.
Or it might be an offside.
I don't think it was offside.
I don't think it was offside.
No, it went to the wrong player.
He's given a foul.
Is he given that for Hanley for after?
Oh, he said.
Oh, yeah.
For goodness sake.
His head's on Vass, and
I think that
sums up. That's all she wrote at half time. Is Denmark 2, Scotland 0, with goals from Daniel Vass in the 14th minute and Joachim Mæhle in the 15th. we're going to go now, and we'll have a word from our sponsor at half time, and we'll see you very soon.
Keep 100% of your claim. G4 Claims.
If you've been hurt in a road accident that wasn't your fault, you should really talk to G4 Claims first. Unlike road accident solicitors, we don't charge you for our services, which could see you better off. To keep 100% of your compensation, have a chat with Nicole and the team. You'll be glad you did. Search online for G4 Claims.
Keep 100% of your claim. G4 Claims.
We've fixed it now.
We're back.
Well, you go live with the audio. Aye, there we go. Yeah, so sorry, Trips. We are very much in a learning curve at the moment because this is our first show in the live studio. So sorry that we've had a few hiccups, but we'll be all right for the Austria game next week. Well, I've got control of the comments, so we'll have as many comments as possible. Finlay Joliffe says that we were absolutely terrible in that half. I mean, 2-0 is not that bad considering the odds.
I think we were lucky to get away with a 2-0 at half time.
I would say so.
I can't understand still why he's chosen that back three, but I'm not going to
the back three is just absolutely horrible. Like,
you're asking for trouble when you're playing such a good team. We have a centre back trio that can't move.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Because of how fluid Denmark play.
Yeah.
Just like one ball over the top splits us.
Yeah.
What about you, Jody?
I think especially Tierney, he's having it hard at club level at Arsenal. I think he's had it hard tonight. I think the way Denmark are playing, we said that they're doubling up on pressing us for the ball, and they're doing the same attacking. They're kind of overloading on that far side. It's a ball over the top. Tierney's got a decision to make. Does he go out wide? Does he come inside? He's trying to help out the centre half as much as he can, but he's the one that's kind of getting caught out and made to look a wee bit silly. Whereas I think the centre half need to be a bit more better positioned and when the balls are coming over the top and expect them, and that's of course what caused the first goal. The second goal, must admit, although I think we look at it as a disaster because they were in such quick succession. However, there was a bit of class there from Denmark. I think that the lovely Cruyff turn outside the box, the outside of the foot pass back in, and then the nutmeg through Gordon. It's a really good goal, and if we weren't Scotland fans, it wasn't against us, we would have all been retweeting on Twitter later on. So
definitely, we would be appreciating that goal.
I think it's one of the ones. So I think second half, I think once the goals went in, though, I think we responded well. We responded well to, of course, if it was just the one goal, but we've responded well. I think we played a lot better in the latter stages of that second half. We passed the ball about well. We kept the ball for more than a couple of minutes, and we looked kind of comfortable on the ball, which is good. I think it's just now the progression of trying to find the right balls into the final third and maybe actually create some chances for ourselves. But first half, of course, disappointing, but we wouldn't be Scotland fans if we didn't expect disappointment. So, yeah, second half, just see what it comes. We're away from home, so see if Steve Clarke makes any changes. I think that's what we're looking at most, and see his kind of style of management now and where he goes from the first two goals going in.
Well, looking at the scores from half-time, Portugal 0, Republic of Ireland 1. Denmark 2, Scotland 0, of course, is the game that we are covering right now. Yeah.
Say that again?
Portugal are 1-0 down against the Republic of Ireland.
God.
That
could have been us.
Yeah, that could have been us.
Who was it that scored for Ireland?
Let me have a look. Just quickly. It was Egan right in half-time with a McGrath assist.
There we are. And Ronaldo missed a penalty in the 15th minute, from what I see there.
Yeah, so what happened.
Does he go into your fantasy Premier League team?
No.
No.
He also kills Bruno, which kills my team as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's going to take pens and he's going to take free kick.
Yeah. I think he has to go in those.
Also, the other scores across Europe right now. Kazakhstan scored in the last minute to deny Ukraine a famous victory over in Astana with a 2-each draw. Luxembourg are 2-0 up against Azerbaijan. France are being held 1-each to Bosnia-Herzegovina. In our group, Israel are 2-0 up away in Torshavn against the Faroe Islands. It's still 0-0 between Moldova and Austria. That's only half an hour played. Latvia being held to a 0-0 draw by Gibraltar. Norway are drawing 1-each with the Netherlands. Turkey are beating Montenegro 2-1. Malta have a shock lead against Cyprus 1-0 at half-time, and Russia and Croatia are drawing blanks as well. There we go.
It's kind of
scores on the doors.
Other than that Portugal game, it's kind of going the way
you'd sort of pick your accumulators.
I guess Malta's the one that.
Malta's a bit funny, but they've also picked up a point so far. They drew against someone else in their group earlier on in the stage.
So we need 3 goals for Scotland. None for Denmark, and then we're on par with the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's where we are. However, second half has just kicked off. Scotland with it all to do.
A massive mountain to climb, or as they say in Scandinavia, fjords. Sorry, that's
pushing it.
That's Norway. No, not Denmark.
Denmark's like just done Scandinavia.
I know, it's more like Central Europe, but why not?
We've gave the ball away already.
Expect a lot of that. See if there's kind of any obvious changes. It doesn't look like it.
Nah, I don't. I don't know if we actually have made any changes. I don't know if there's any good enough on our bench.
Commentators for the game just seen that there, Ian Crocker and Alan McCoist. I do like a bit of Ian Crocker. He's very good at the goal.
He's also a friend of the channel.
Clean through. It's well stopped in the end.
Offside.
He's given offside.
Offside. We've got away with one there.
I was scared that was going to be given as a second phase of the play because it helped the Scotland defender, but he was already offside and he was running towards the ball. Therefore, it is given as offside. Oh, goodness me.
Again, it was just one little reverse pass.
Yeah. And it's like, I know we've got 3 at the back, but obviously that 3 becomes 5 when we're defensive, but we should not be getting beat as easy as that.
If you've got 3 sitting like that, you've got to have 1 cover or 1 push up. You can't just have 3 sitting in a line because it's, they're sitting ducks.
Yep. I think Denmark just gave away a shy there. Little error. So
yeah, we've got Johnny and Greg saying the sound is excellent now. Fantastic.
There we go. Sorted.
Things that happen.
Had a lump in his throat for the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So
things that happen off camera. Yeah,
all good. We're all sorted.
Must say that the support we've got behind the scenes is absolutely fantastic as well. Massive shout out to G4 Claims for providing us with this studio, as we couldn't have had the show that we've got today, because they've been absolutely fantastic with us.
Oh, chance, Billy.
That's it. Just wide. Just wide.
Close.
Billy Gilmer nearly pulling one back for Scotland there, but just dragging it a little bit wide.
But that's hopeful though. That's what we said. We wanted Scotland to create chances, and they have done so in the first 3-4 minutes of this second half. So it's a better response, and
I still do feel Schmeichel did just wave at that going past.
Yeah, but it's getting us into. I mean, the first half we were nowhere near getting the kind of balls or that kind of space from the midfield and the forwards. But,
did we have an actual attempt at whole first half?
I don't think so. Like the closest we got was that ball into the box last minute.
Yep.
But apart from that, I think that ball might have just gone out there.
Yeah, but like we were saying, G4 Claims, Greg, Nicole, all the team there are brilliant. They've got a really nice place here. So
massive thanks to them for providing us with this opportunity.
And a massive thanks to you, Goggsy, for having me and Moz on.
Not a problem, lads. And of course, you can check them out on Twitter at MozzaPlays and at Juddy
Talks on YouTube.
Juddy Talks on
all the
YouTube
football
as well.
stuff is so.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully a few more of these chances though, and we'll be I'd be happy if we get beat 2-0 tonight and we just win the second balls and create a few chances. I'll go.
I mean, it's not too disastrous because I think we were all looking at Denmark away being that game that we definitely lose.
Yeah.
But of course, there's always room for another error in Scotland. There's always going to be one.
Yeah, it's better sort of free kick that Bolton's one off handling. But this is a dangerous one.
It's that ball over the top now. It's a bit worrying for.
It's the sort of free kick that'll be swung into the box and bounce in the 6-yard box.
Yep.
And that's what Craig Gordon's got to look at, and he has to come for this cross before a Danish head gets onto it.
I would love to see us just keep that line and let them run through.
Or just run away from it.
Basically.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
No. It's a header out and... yeah. we've cleared it.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah. Only ish. Shout out to you and Stars. How's it going? Come on, Scotland. David Young saying Danish make bacon of Scotland. Tomorrow's headline. Johnny M says Ronaldo will do wonders at United. I hope you're not thinking Dundee United, but
to be fair, he will score a barrel load.
Yes, he's in my eyes, and we're not going to get into that Ronaldo and Messi debate because we'll be here the next fixture if we start talking about that now. But what a wonderful player to be back in the Premier League, and what a crazy transfer window.
Oh, the transfer window's wild.
Lon Shank on the way to that team, crazy.
Yeah.
So what a year for football, and a lot of nations as well. I mean, even Scottish football, we've got the Dundee Derby, the Edinburgh Derby, and of course the Glasgow Derby in there as well. So we've got some great derbies in the top flight, and I'm quite excited for Scottish football this year.
Yeah. We've got a couple more goals across Europe. We've got a third goal for Israel in Torshavn. Latvia have taken the lead against Gibraltar 1-0 there. Malta have doubled their lead against Cyprus as well.
That's a coupon buster.
That is a coupon buster right
there.
They were at long odds before the game. So
coupon buster.
As I said earlier on, I'm not a bet man. That's why.
Yes, very much a coupon buster. But
looking at the attempts there, Denmark are leading 8-1. It's not really looking good.
I can't believe the referee's not going for a foul.
Not giving up a foul there. But Denmark now on the break. And how has he got out of that? There's three players on one.
He's a world-class footballer.
Need to do better there. Need to do better.
Sitting on
back and again. That's far too easy.
It is criminal.
And Scotland get away.
Goes out sitting about 10 yards off that man there.
Yeah.
I know Scott Wilson's, he's bright in the corner of the box, but how do you give a man that much space?
Like, he's got enough time to have a bath before picking a pass right there.
Yeah, Scotland back under pressure once again.
It's just it's the theme of the game though. That's the thing. Like we were never gonna have a lot of the ball.
Not to go all match of the analyst on you, but that was what I was saying in the first half. Like, you get a man in between the wing back and the centre back, and you look at his face.
Yeah, absolutely. And Denmark are just playing with their food right now.
Andy Robertson's done nothing this game, has he? He's been really anonymous.
I must admit as well, we spoke about the midfield doing so well, and Billy Gilmore's been really, for me, the only man in the midfield who's shown any kind of has shown anything. That Callum McGregor for me has been a wee bit missing.
Thanks to Nicole for the kind comment. Ewan Stars messaged me on Instagram recently. He won £800 in a football accumulator. So congrats to him. I hope you've not spent it all yet.
Oh, it's not going back to the bookies.
Not done a Winston.
Great episode, that.
Oh, superb.
Why have we got a fill? Mela was.
I don't know.
I don't know why he's given a foul. That's so weird.
That's
it's just that kind of throw the arm now. It's
handball.
Handball.
He went to put his hand down.
I was going to say, it looked as if he would just
got away with one there.
Got away.
That was pissed. But the modern gave him that bag.
There we go.
For all we're looking a bit more solid, but we're still not offering it and going forward.
Yeah, it's we're back to the way we were before the goals went in. We're just kind of lumping balls and.
Right, go on.
Let's go on.
Hit it! Behind him, man.
Terrible pass.
That's unlucky. Tierney's broke through there. He's just kind of inverted into the box, took it inside of the fullback and played it behind. And we've gave away possession again. So
see if he was a bit selfish and just had a goal.
I mean, he was selfish against Aberdeen up at Pittodrie, and
he scored that
against Man City as well, and it pays off. So
he scored that wonder goal at West Brom as well last season in the 4-0 win there for Arsenal. Back when Arsenal could actually win a game,
That's the thing. If Arsenal are playing well and he's in good form, you think he takes that shot on it.
Yeah, definitely. Because he has the confidence to back it.
Denmark break again down this left side.
Look at the space.
Every time they break forward, they're just queuing up to actually have a shot.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's Sir Steve Clarkson telling them to stand off, or if the players just starting to get close.
Probably a bit of both. Because, you know, how defensive Steve Clark sets up his teams.
I think, of course, it's how quick Denmark break as well. I mean, the transitions of this game have been quite end to end. Anytime Scotland seem to get a chance, Denmark are straight on top of them again. He's got to be offside though there. He's onside. Ball in behind.
He'll win a corner.
It's well defended.
And that's a bit of good defending, and we've won a foul.
Grant Hanley again.
Grant Hanley. That was that's something decent for the centre half, Mozza, that you probably wouldn't like to admit.
No, to be fair, that's a couple of times Hanley's been clever on a free kick when he's been under pressure.
It's definitely a different Grant Hanley to when he was first called up, I think. I think he sort of matured last season in the Championship as a player, because beforehand I thought he was an absolute donkey. But no, he's definitely a lot better now. I think a couple of seasons did him good in the Championship, and now he's much a more complete player, I would say.
The role he plays for Scotland really suits him, doesn't
it? Yeah.
He's just nonchalant.
I think that's why Clark.
No nonsense centre back.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
That's your Football Manager roles coming in there.
That's a good turn inside. Space out there with the first line.
We're just blowing out our backsides right now, aren't we?
Aye, which is a worry when we're not at our market.
Yep. Scotland win the ball back well here.
We're going to counter.
That's a great pass. And now we find ourselves some space through the middle.
Can't find a run.
Ball's played out left.
You need to offer.
And again, it's that inverted run. We've found some space out in the right. It's a ball over the top. Scotland win a corner. That's a lot better though. It's a lot better. Ryan Fraser done quite well there.
The ball was there in the shade.
See if you'd looked up and saw the sort of chance for a reverse ball there. You'd have took it, but
I think Scotland need to take any kind of chance that we can provide now, and it's good saying that we could have done this, should have done that, but we've got a corner out it, so
it's a really good wee run by Che Adams. That's a shame we never spotted it. More chats for Lyndon Dykes is on.
Lyndon Dykes is on. Wonder who.
When did he come on?
Can we get a wee bit of a sub?
If he came in at half time, it's not saying much. It was not saying much.
We'll just quickly have a look at. Well taken by the
Michael. That's what happens when you've got a world class keeper in goals.
Also in Scotland's group, Moldova 0, Austria 1 is a half-time score. They just got a goal before half-time there. Just have a quick look at the thing on BBC.
There just always seems to be a man to pass there for Denmark when they come forward.
Dykes is on for McKenna. You'll be happy to hear, Mozza.
Delighted.
McKenna's night's made. It could be 4-0 to Denmark. McKenna's off. He's no caring.
And Lyndon Dykes has been involved in 14 goals and 14 league games for QPR this season.
He's on fire, isn't he?
In the last.
He scored a double against Man U pre-season as well, which
Scotland find themselves some space here, and it's unlucky. Shea's done some good running though. I must admit, he's won the ball back a few times now. So
that's 10 goals and 4 assists, but he's failed to hit the net in the last 11 Scotland games that he's played. It's hard to believe he's played 11 games without scoring, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Like I can remember his first game like it was yesterday. But then again, like you don't even get 11 games in an international year on the calendar unless you are qualifying for the major tournament in the summer.
The thing with Lyndon is, like, I know a lot of folk give him jip for not being a goal scorer, but he's not really that kind of player.
Got a chance here again. It's just about getting people into the box or finding that ball into the box. It's been whipped in. It's unlucky again in Denmark.
Denmark just
Possession,
sweeping
and now we
everything
need
up.
to watch them on the break.
I think if you're playing London Dice for Scotland, you need to play Che Adams with him.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is he's there to win flick-ons or whatever. And be the foil.
Dykes is there for the off-the-ball running as well, though.
Aye.
Because that's why he was being played by Steve Clark, because he's recognised the off-the-ball running that he does, and he goes and wins the ball and then pushes the team forward doing the counter-attacks.
Denmark again. Make some more pressure. It's another ball in behind. Scotland temporarily deal with it.
He's lucky he got
We've
that.
found some more space. And again, another clearance, but only half-heartedly. Denmark finding so much space in their final third just now across the back line. It's just it's a bit worrying, actually. And it's a great effort, and it's a great save.
Good save by Craig Gordon there.
That's a great save by Craig Gordon there.
That's why Steve Clark has him in the team, because he's a good shot stopper. It's just the only thing that lets him down for me is just coming for crosses.
That is a great save. You've got to. That's a
quick reflexes as well.
I'm beginning to feel like broken records, but he's 20 yards out, and you've just gone, have a shot.
Yeah, a bit poor.
Right, can we hold on to the ball a wee bit?
It would appear
Won
not.
it back. Lost that.
It's unlucky.
That's... I was going to say,
we love that.
I went to see the ref, didn't give a full.
Oh, that's poor.
You can tell Scott McLean is not on the pitch because he wouldn't have won that tackle.
Hanley's actually played quite well.
Hanley's actually had quite a decent game, I must admit.
I'd say he was one of our better players at the Euros.
Aye.
Ball possession so far
66%
for the Danes and 34%. I had to do my maths there because the graphic went in. 34% for Scotland, but
there's a chance.
Aye, much expected.
Great. Go on. Have a go, son.
Unlucky.
I think the ref had blown it.
Aye, blew for free kick, hadn't he?
Unlucky shit.
I don't know if he said handball or something.
Let's have a look.
I didn't see a handball.
You did. That's a Thierry Henry number, that. It was very much like that. Very much so.
I spoke far too soon there. Aye.
But there you go. Look at the amount of room. He's given just... It's a great save. And he really well done to get up and stop balls.
If you've got any more comments or questions, Trips, feel free to ask, and we'll do our best to answer them. In the meantime, but 16 people watching in the live chat. Let us know what your thoughts are on the game. What are our thoughts so far? We're about midway through the second half.
Winning the ball back a lot more in midfield.
Yeah. I think that I spoke about the last. I think we're breaking well. That's what I was going to say, and we are again here. So whether we can keep possession, that's fantastic.
Really well.
We've found some space out in the right. It's a left-footed ball into the box.
Because of course he doesn't have a right foot. A Premier League player can't use his right foot.
He's world class though.
He's world class, but doesn't he have a right foot?
I mean, Leo Messi's left foot's alright for me.
I'd say it's alright.
I think we've been unlucky there not to get a foul, however. But like you were saying, you're fortunate. In the second half, I'll jump in there and say that I think we've been breaking well. I think we've responded to a bit more urgency, getting the ball out from the back when Denmark have been attacking, which there's been lots of, I might add. But we have been breaking well. It's just about, like we spoke about, me and you, Moz, in the first half, that it was converting the chances in the final third and finding the right ball to make them, which Denmark have done very well, and it's cost us 2 goals. So, I mean, Denmark beat Austria 4-0, so I'm honestly happy if we don't get beat as much as 4-0 this game, and they could sit 11 men behind the ball for the rest of the game, and if it means not scoring another 2 for Denmark, then I'm a happy man tonight.
Craig Levine said that someone has got to come out to Delaney there. He's 20 yards out, takes 3 touches, gets a shot away, and no one closes him down. Says the man that started a 4-6 in Prague.
I was going to say, please don't say I've said the same thing as Craig Levine.
We're just getting images of the first goal going back in again, and disappointing. But for me, again, the second
goal is a bit of class.
It is a touch of class, and
no.
yeah, it's a very good goal.
The worrying thing with the second goal is you've got McLean and Robertson being the guys chasing back. And where's all the centre backs disappeared to? But that wee reverse ball killed them.
Yeah.
It's now 3-0 to Malta in Valletta against Cyprus.
Cyprus are
They are
all over the show.
all over the place.
What other scores have we got?
Currently, we've still got Portugal 0, Republic of Ireland 1. Denmark, of course, still leading 2-0 against Scotland. Kazakhstan, of course, earlier drew 2-2 with Ukraine. Luxembourg 2, Azerbaijan 0. France 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. Faroe Islands 0, Israel 3, Moldova 0, Austria 1, Latvia 1, Gibraltar 0, Norway 1, Netherlands 1, Turkey 2, Montenegro 1, 3-0 to Malta against Cyprus, and 0-0 between Russia and Croatia.
Norway, Netherlands, that would be a decent game as well. Certainly, but this is the most important one for us anyway.
Yes, absolutely.
Much happier with the way we're playing the second half.
Yeah, the second half we've definitely squeezed them back a bit.
I think one thing, and I don't like really talking about referees. I wouldn't say this guy had a bad game. I would never say that. I think he slowed the game down a bit. I think he slowed the game down at his pace rather than let things maybe flow. And I've not been too much of a fan, not because of the result. I don't think there's been any bad chances that went our way or either side, but I think he slowed the game down a bit, which I don't like about some referees.
Making himself the centre of attention, isn't
it? The Mike Dean of the World Cup qualifiers. Say that. But
and Azerbaijan have just pulled one back. For those who have got Luxembourg on their coupon, it is 2-1 to Luxembourg against Azerbaijan. Right there.
Kenny McLean's not had a good night, has he?
No, he's having a bit of a mare, isn't he?
Yeah. We've got a Denmark sub here. It's Poulsen who departs. And it's Vind. Is it Vind? Is that how I pronounce it?
Yeah, he's another big striker, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll see how Alan McCoy pronounces it and then we'll stick with it.
He'll probably make a joke about passing one at some point.
But yeah, I think he's on a booking as well.
Liam Cooper passes Wind.
But he's on a booking as well, so I'm not too sure how the bookings work. Is it just the same as like a yellow card second and then you're suspended for one?
I think second yellow
gets I think it's 2 yellow cards that equals a suspension in international football.
But yeah, like we said, Scotland pressing a bit here, but Denmark still managing to find space, and it's now out the right.
I think we look better balanced when we've got Fraser out at right wing back.
Yeah.
Some days a wee bit more attack.
I think having Dykes in there, it puts Shea at ease a bit, and it lets him focus on what he's used to doing. Do you know what I mean? And looking over the last man or looking for the passes to hold up. And
Is Andy Robertson still on this pick?
I don't actually know.
I believe so. I don't think we've had any more substitutions, and if we have, I do apologise for missing them, because usually I've got a decent eye for that. Scotland got the ball here, put ourselves under a bit of pressure though. Shea's held the ball up well.
Done.
That's well done, Shea.
Got a couple more comments coming in from Josh and Ross Games saying, we are losing to Denmark in the World Cup qualifiers. Cheers for telling us. We would never know otherwise. Get on. Ben CB3 says Højbjerg is a class player.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember
wasted at Spurs?
I think so. I remember back in Football Manager 14.
Here we go.
I got him on loan from Motherwell.
I found him first.
From Bayern München. He got Young Player of the Year for me, so he was definitely a bit of a baller back then, and he still is.
Think he's wasted at Spurs, Bossa?
Not now. I think Mourinho wastes a lot of players that he doesn't really like or don't.
Oh my goodness!
He got away with it.
Yeah, I've got away with it. But for me, Hanley, that's the first big kind of mistake he's made of the game. That's a bit silly.
He turns slower than milk there, and it's just
won the free kick, so he's going to win a free kick.
Yeah, I certainly conned the Denmark player into giving a free kick there.
I think that Wind isn't going to do is run past them.
Yeah, definitely. Not run past Wind anyway.
Hey.
What was your other comment there?
We've also got Murray Grierson saying, hello, lads.
Hi, mate.
Not got anything else at the moment. But 20 minutes to go, still 2-0 to Denmark.
This is more like it.
Found a good ball out wide, and there he's fell out. He's in arse. Excuse my French, but
Trotting the ball. You're going to get that with Lyndon Dykes every so often, though. He's not a technique football.
Oh.
Won the ball back again, though.
Get the ball down. There we go.
Right, come on.
Now we break.
There's Andy Robbo.
A ball behind him again.
It's the same
That's the last
time.
3 chances we've had in the final third. The ball's played behind someone, and they're not able to get on it.
Had a poor match,
Yeah.
Robert.
Oh, and Ryan Christie is just about to come on now for Scotland,
Kenny McLean.
just after making a £2.5 million switch to Bournemouth from Celtic. What do you make of that, Judgy?
He always wanted his move. He always wanted that kind of move down south. You could tell that. I think he had a bit of... I think Celtic fans were maybe a bit harsh on him. Shea's coming off. Shea, well done, mate.
I'm not so sure about that, so.
I'm not sure either, because that's not a like-for-like substitution, is it?
No.
I think it allows Lyndon Dykes to bother the last line of defence on. Christie's good at playing the balls in behind.
Christie's more of like a type of advanced forward.
Yeah, so he'll get in behind and he'll let Lyndon Dykes go and bother defenders, and he'll put the ball into space and create space for like the people out wide for Scotland to come in and hopefully create some chances. But no, like going back on the Christie thing, I think he wanted his move down south. He's obviously scored some great goals for Celtic, scored obviously some important goals for Scotland as well. So it's one of the ones. He got a lot of criticism from some Celtic fans. A lot of Celtic fans liked him. I quite liked him as a player. I just thought he maybe fell off the bat a wee bit last season. But no, of course, wish him all the best. And anybody who's in a Scotland shirt, I'll support. So no matter what club they play for. So
it wasn't just having a Celtic shirt that fell off.
Yeah, I think everybody fell off. So but praying that my club can get back to some sort of, I would say, winning ways, but you can't expect to win with a whole kind of rebuild, but back to well. But no, wish Christie all the success at Bournemouth, and good luck to him.
I actually think it'll suit him, because he's going to get a game. Like, he's going to be first team.
He's going to be frequent.
He's going to earn a few quid. He's going to play for a club that plays good football as well as the other thing.
Yeah. Like you said, Celtic don't play good football.
If you feel they just try to play good football. But what I mean is, he could have gone to Burnley. And he could have just gone nowhere.
He'd have fallen off the wagon at Burnley as well, because
is Burnley not interested in him? It
was Burnley and Bournemouth, and he opted to go to
the right thing going with Bournemouth.
Of course, if you have to choose between the clubs, of course you choose Bournemouth,
even though they're in a lower division.
Yeah, of course.
I would say so.
The thing is, if you're a Premier League player and you finish 17th, 18th, or 16th and scrape relegation, you don't look that great. However, if you go to Bournemouth and you have a great season in the Championship and you get promoted and you score so many goals with so many assists, how much value do you actually add on to your career there? We've got a great chance here. It's a ball. It's played well. It's a shot across, and it's
straight at Schmeichel.
Easy save. And I think that's Cal McGregor's first chance and
first proper attacking involvement.
Yeah, in this game for me.
Yeah. Also, we've got goal news elsewhere. In Riga, it is 1-1 between Latvia and Gibraltar, the bottom seed in that group. Gibraltar have just pulled it level.
Oh, Gibraltar. What a place, by the way. Really nice place.
I've heard it rocks.
Hey. Got a team in the Conference League group stages.
They have. Lincoln Red Imps made it.
Yep, they're in with Copenhagen, who are also from Denmark, of course.
And the funny thing is, Lincoln Red Imps advanced after beating Riga in the previous in the previous round. So
that's poor, but that's well won back.
There's a bit of a. Oh, he's waving him away.
I think Scotland have maybe been done over here. We'll watch the replay.
Let's have a look.
McLean's gone for the hammer.
Oh no, it's not, is it?
No, he's.
Gilmore has gone for the hammer.
Yeah, Gilmore's went for it, but he sort of missed the tackle.
I was ready. Hoping that the leg's going to get swung underneath me on a free kick.
I was about to say my favourite phrase, but I'm not going to say it yet. in case there is a late tackle that flies in.
We're definitely taking more of a chance this second half, but
I think second half it's not been that bad. I mean,
been miles better in the first half.
Yeah.
Ben CB3 says, why can smaller countries like Wales and Denmark consistently produce more quality players than us? Quite frankly, I will give you the answer. It is because of the culture here is absolutely appalling for young up-and-coming footballers, because the temptation of drink and socialising is higher valued than playing at grassroots level.
Plus, it's 50 quid an hour to hire a five-a-side pitch.
That as well.
To be fair, Wales have got a very similar situation to what we have.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, you can't force a player to want it.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got the same amount of players that are fully committed.
I think it's the drive, and there's not that much money in Scottish football, as there, in my opinion, should be. But
it's getting better slowly but surely. We're seeing more and more players going abroad, which is what we need. Your likes, obviously, Liam Henderson's been away in Italy for goggsysaan. Jack Henry did really well abroad.
And you've got several.
I'm waiting on it. Who are you want to say?
Ryan Gogg.
Ryan Gogg.
Who's waiting on it? Let me build up. She's in the squad, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've also got young talent that's been signed by Bayern Munich as well. Young centre half, I think it was. And there are more and more Scottish footballers abroad. You've also got the likes of Jack Harper that was at Real Madrid.
David Bates, who only just came back from Germany.
Go on.
Didn't quite work for him.
So this is going great for Scotland, by the way, while we've been talking. Is that a chance? I mean, Scotland had a chance to play it in the box on the left far side there. We've walked it back, we've played it across the park, kept the ball, and we've created a good chance out of that. For me, like you said, that's much better for me, and I'm happy with that. So I've
just been braver with the ball.
I think, did that hit off the Denmark centre half?
It's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it's indeed a corner.
Oh.
That's what Dykes gives you as well. You've actually got an aerial threat to throw balls in.
Here we go. Just give us something.
At least we're drawing on corners now. That's made it look a bit better.
I thought he was going to have a ball.
Do you know, it's one thing I must admit about McGregor, he doesn't shoot often enough for me. It's another chance.
A great ball for him.
Another good ball. Scotland have been great second half for me.
I've been decent. Edward McLean says Christie thought he was a rugby player. All his shots went into Rosette most times. Apart from that great goal against Serbia, just give him that.
Christie obviously it takes a lot of shots, but I mean we've found someone in Turnbull who does that now for Celtic.
So do I on a night out. Come on.
Juddy's supposed the best player in the world. One free kick goal and about 200.
Yeah,
Cristiano.
Come on. Ronaldo's magic though. But no, I mean Christie got a lot of stick, like I said, about the whole shots and stuff, but the amount of great assists he's got for Celtic and movement, or like assist if you want to call it that, he was great for Celtic, and he will be missed. But
the problem with Christie is he will have a shot if he's frustrated and he's not got options in front of him, and they don't end up very well when it's just I suppose I'll have a club.
Yeah.
He'll maybe have.
That's great from Scotland.
Nice possession.
That's good from Scotland.
Is that 1970s Brazil I'm watching now? Jesus.
Yeah.
They're actually doing all right.
But we're actually showing a bit of bravery with the ball, which is great to see.
It's just come about 45 minutes too early. Or too late, sorry.
All I'm saying is Scott McKenna left this touch and we suddenly took a step up.
Yeah, we certainly did.
Just saying.
We've also got another comment from Ben CB3 saying, why does Ali McCann not play for Scotland? Well, because he's Northern Irish. We missed the boat on that.
He should be Scottish.
Yeah.
Right. Scotland done well there again. We switched the ball of play there and still kept it, and now we're back over the other side. So
I think Denmark are still pressing us, but we're
keeping the ball. We're being composed on the ball. Yeah, exactly that, Moza. So.
I just wish we'd started the game like this.
Yeah. If we'd started like this, we maybe still be drawn. You never know. And we might actually have had an actual proper chance at scoring.
Lyndon Dykes has made a difference.
He has.
He's got a focal point up there now. Like, as good as Che is as a striker, he's not a target man.
No,
so you can't just punt.
Oh, that's great. That buster movement from Gilmore. He's going to be great for Scotland. He's going to be good for whoever he plays with, and it's just unfortunate that
Liam Cooper started playing passes
for
the back as well. That was good. Hey, Rob will do something. Chance must be
gone.
Oh, Dave.
Great save. Ball played in, just laid back to Ryan Fraser, and he puts it to Casper Schmeichel's right hand side.
That's your man for a Scotland goal, Moza, isn't it?
That was a great chance, great movement as well.
Definitely giving them a fright.
Jar almost saved that.
We missed the corner coming in there.
Another corner
due to no fault of our own. Another corner though. Dominating on corners.
We are winning on corners against Denmark.
Come on.
Euros semi-final.
Score, wasn't it?
I know.
That was up.
Come on, Andy.
That was a chance.
Get a good ball in.
Go on.
Goal kick.
Missed it.
Again, unlucky. 10 minutes to go. What would you say second half?
I would say second half would have been a lot better.
Yep.
I mean, if we take this performance on, like, look at the second half. I mean, so far so good. We've not really conceded many high expectancy of chances that Denmark had in the first half. Like, Denmark could have been 4 or 5 up, and they didn't even break into sweat. But in the second half, we've definitely been a lot better. And as soon as Scott McKenna went off, things improved.
Yep.
We are taking more of a chance.
Yeah, Denmark have had just a bit of an unlucky, or Scotland have been lucky, whatever way you want to look at it.
But
with that chance.
At the same time, you could also argue a case for saying Denmark maybe are just happy being 2 up, and because they've got a cushion and they can sit on that.
I think so, but I think they've been pressing us because just as hard as maybe they have been in the first half, and I think we've just moved the ball a lot better along the back and through the midfield. So,
Billy Gilmore's having a really good game.
Yeah, he has indeed. He's been superb. Hanley's been good as well. Like, if you had to pick a man of the match now, for Scotland or the home side, who would it be?
I would say Mila's been very, very good for Denmark. Side, he's a player that I've admired for a long time now, because I actually keep tabs on how Atalanta do in the Calcio A or Serie A, whatever you want to call it, in Italy, and I think he's like a very underrated player. After a very solid Euros, I mean, I hadn't heard of him really in the international setup until the Euros. So he's been absolutely phenomenal. I think getting a goal for himself and just being involved in almost everything Denmark have to throw at us. As for Scotland, I think Grant Hanley's been solid. Billy Gilmore as well. Probably my top 2.
Yeah.
What about yourselves?
I'd probably agree with that, and maybe because Scotland have had a few chances. There's Casper Schmeichel made another couple of great saves. He's collected a couple of balls from set pieces and come out and caught them. So it never really seems to put a foot wrong, Casper Schmeichel. So for me, I would maybe go him. And again, I'd probably say Billy Gilmore. He's been the one who's gave us that kind of attacking oomph going forward, if that's a footballing term. But he's been very, very good. But you never know, we could get Lyndon Dykes double, and then that'll be him. First born will be getting called Lyndon.
I think Billy Gilmore's just got to be.
Yeah, he's different gravy, isn't it?
He's been good.
That's it. It looks like a treble substitution for Denmark here.
Yeah, just try to do thing into it.
Yeah, just give a few players some much needed minutes. Also, Latvia have retaken the lead against Gibraltar. It's 2-1 to them in Riga against the bottom seed. That's 5th against 6th, really, in that group. Nothing else happening. Portugal are still trailing to the Republic of Ireland after the Republic of Ireland's really shoddy calendar year of football. Egan's goal, the Sheffield United players.
That game on Sky as well?
I would assume so.
Roy Keane will be on that, no doubt. That'll be great to watch.
Oh, that will be great to watch. He'll be WhatsApping Ronaldo right now. He'll be like, "Ha, get up, you."
Do you know, I'm feeling so much better about this having watched the second half.
Yeah. I concur with that.
Two things though, we need to play Lyndon Dykes in these kind of games, like you've shown that.
Oh, definitely.
We need an out ball.
Yeah.
It's coming on for us. It's Turnbull coming on for McLean.
Turnbull.
I'd actually play Turnbull over McLean, to be honest.
Yeah.
David Turnbull scored the hat-trick against St Mirren the other week.
Yeah.
He's been very, very good. I've had the pleasure of watching him at Celtic Park, so he's obviously came from...
I had the pleasure of watching him at Fir Park.
But gutty to lose him?
We'll take your money. But, I mean, I had the sort of motto of if you sell to a club in the same league, he should be worth an extra 50% of the transfer fee. That's a lesson I've learned many a time on Football Manager. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
I think he's going to be a great player for us. I think he's attacking wise.
He
looks great. He's always keen to make chances. He's no afraid to shoot as well. So
here's a chance for him to get forward.
Come on.
I think he gives you more than Kenny.
Oh,
yeah,
chance here. Mobile, a bit more creative.
Get out of there.
Ball in. To get a ball in.
It's a ball. Oh, unlucky.
Again, it's good pressure for Scotland.
He'll give a foul for that one. Yeah, he gave a foul.
Grant Hanley doing what Grant Hanley does. Counter attack coming. No
unlucky there. Unlucky.
Aye. But still, there are a lot of positives to take from this second half. It's just the first half that let us down. If we just kept it tight at the back, then I don't see many problems, and I also have a lot of hope for when we actually play Denmark at home in a packed Hampden, as it hopefully will be, because hopefully we'll still be in with a shout of.
Well, I don't think. Speaking of packed Hampden, I don't think there's that many tickets left for Moldova. I think a lot of them are sold out. It's just how many of the game. It's a Saturday game also, and a game that Scotland should, of course, win. So. You wonder what it's like if it's any games are on a Tuesday or Wednesday night.
Football for Denmark. Here's the danger.
And see, but
split us by a couple of moves, couple of passes. Suddenly we're in trouble.
Yeah,
that's a great ball. And Denmark should have capitalised on that.
Gordon just looks lost across his.
The ball is still in danger though.
There we go.
Reverse pass to the other side.
How have they not scored from that? Like Craig Gordon. How many times do we have to say Craig Gordon looks lost at crosses? Every single time a ball's put into the box, we look like conceding.
He just doesn't look comfortable when the ball's over him.
And of course, that's Mohamed Darami's first ever game for Denmark after coming off the bench. Mozza, you'll be familiar with that boy.
Another FM wonder.
Another FM wonder.
See, I feel like a lost puppy here. FM's not my forte. I do enjoy it here and there, but
it's when you realise FIFA career mode is for wee guys.
It is.
And FM.
I do love a FIFA career mode.
Actually, you're a wee guy.
Yeah. You may be taller than us, but at the same time.
Ball in here, chance for Scotland.
Too heavy, but it's
got it.
It's close again. That's unlucky.
If you get that ball right the first time, no Dykes has got a chance.
Also that Darami boy, he's
rapid,
absolutely rapid.
The thing is, Fraser's got the pace to cover him, which is why I quite like Fraser sitting in the right back.
Sort of complements it.
He's not a defender, but he's got the pace to get back and help out.
Exactly. And also Latvia have made it 3-1 against Gibraltar, if there was any doubt in the score there. And also there's no other goals. Like this second half in the European qualifiers for the World Cup.
Blanks everywhere.
Pretty much blanks in the second half. You've still got Portugal 0, Republic of Ireland 1, Denmark 2, Scotland 0, Luxembourg 2, Azerbaijan 1, France still drawing 1 each with Bosnia Herzegovina, and Israel 3-0 up in the Faroe Islands, Austria 1 up in Moldova, Norway are drawing with Netherlands, Turkey 2, Montenegro 1, Malta 3, Cyprus 0, and still goalless in Russia against Croatia. That's almost full time there in the second minute of stoppage time.
Couple of shock results. I would never have bet Ireland to beat
no, I know
Portugal, but
that is a dodgy one.
It's so nice to see us being brave enough to pass the ball about.
Yeah.
Not look fear. It's almost like being down 2-0, they've gone on the pressure's off them.
I know. Which is annoying.
To be fair, like I said it before the game, anything below a 3 or 4-0 tonight, I would have probably been happy for Scotland. And I think we've done all right. I think we could have maybe done better. I think maybe losing the goals in quick succession have been a bit of pain, but
that was a disappointment.
But the second goal again we spoke about was class. So,
but also I'd rather see us be 2-0 down after 15 minutes than lose 2 late goals, and that would just pure be a stinger because like at least you've either accepted defeat or you've actually got more time to get back into the match.
Yeah.
But I think Denmark have really just taken the sting out of the game for the second half, and I think they've just shown their true professionalism by doing that.
Yeah. The board's just went up there. We've got 3 minutes added on for full time. 90 plus 3.
I hate to say Andy Roberts had a thinker.
Yeah, I think so. I think Andy Roberts had a bit of a bad one. Tierney's not been the best either. But I think he's kind of been doing both sets of work, as you mentioned.
That was a belter handball.
That's like the Phil Jones one with the face.
It's like, I'm going to fall over. I suppose I better just stop it.
That's another foot change that we're making. Looks like Lewis Ferguson's getting his first bit of action as a Scotland player. On for Billy Gilmore. And number 12 for Denmark is coming on as well.
He's going to get held up, I think.
Yeah.
Right, let's see if we can do something for a
see if we can get a goal.
Goal would be fantastic.
Right, Robertson's swinging the ball in. This is the time that will just be caught by the goalkeeper.
See, that's what I said about this ref.
He's just slowed the game down all game and like nothing slide. And
it's been frustrating to watch at times, but we've just got to accept it.
Lyndon standing offside, so he's waiting for a second ball. Might get it.
That's
corner again, maybe.
Yeah,
another corner.
Yeah. Hopefully Denmark make that change now, because there's one thing that you never do, and it's make it change at a corner. So hopefully, he's been told to sit down, hasn't he?
He might not even get on the pitch. 1 minute of injury time. Right. Can we do anything?
Come on.
Overhead kick.
Every single time somebody jumps and puts an arm on somebody, it's a foul.
Also, Montenegro scored in the last kick of the game in Turkey. It's 2 each there, and Israel are 4-0 up in the Faroes. Portugal have scored a late equaliser against Ireland. It's 1 each there.
Is it him?
Is it the boy?
To be annoying,
is it the boy?
Hope it's a free.
It's Ronaldo. Of course it is. It's Ronaldo with a Gonzalo Guedes assist in the 89th.
I didn't say he was my goal scorer. I just said he can't take a free kick.
Well, Gonzalo Guedes' assist, is he not the guy that rolls on the ball for the free kick?
I have no idea.
No, it's not. I'm just finding you up.
You're a Portuguese correspondent with a Barcelona fan.
What good players have we had for Semedo? He wasn't that good, was he?
No.
Deco, no bad one.
Luis Figo was on it as well, wasn't he?
He was a bit of a traitor. He was a Kenny Miller of Spain, wasn't he?
Portugal. Kenny Miller never got a pig seed chucked in him. I don't talk about it.
He was a Kenny Miller of the La Liga. So
I think the ref's going to finish this off now, is it?
And this is going to be the last phase of play, I think.
Is he going to let us have a chance to get forward? It looks like.
Game's a bogey. It's finished. Denmark 2, Scotland 0. Now, what we're going to do now is run through the full-time results. Then we'll have a bit of post-match reactions and see what that has on an impact on the starting 11 for Saturday. So full-time results are Denmark 2, Scotland 0, Kazakhstan 2, Ukraine 2 from earlier on. Luxembourg beat Azerbaijan 2-1. France drew with Bosnia 1 each. Israel 4-0 up in the Faroes, still 1-0 to Austria in Moldova with about 30 minutes to go. Norway are still holding on to a draw against the Netherlands. Turkey 2, Montenegro 2. Malta have won the game against Cyprus, and it's 0-0 with Russia and Croatia. Now, who would you start against Moldova on Saturday? Seeing that this is a completely different game, we have to play at a completely different intensity now, and make sure that we go and stamp our authority early on.
I'd go attacking.
Of course you have to.
So you can still play the same formation, but play the wing backs as essentially midfielders. So you can go 3-5-2.
But we will have most of the ball against Moldova.
I think McKenna loses his shot now. Starting.
I think McKenna can never play for Scotland ever again. I am very biased. I'd like to see our more attacking boys playing. So give Turnbull a shot, give Chris there again, just throw the youth in. Don't talk about goalkeepers.
I wouldn't even play a goalkeeper. Just go for it.
Give Xander a game. What's to lose?
Xander or Liam?
I think if Xander is to be part of this kind of thing of games or run of games, I think this is his shot on Saturday. I think you get Xander in there, and I think maybe you bring Declan Gallagher in instead of McKenna if that's maybe one of the changes, or
Henderson can come in as well.
Either that. But for me, I think McGregor and Gilmore need to play in there together.
I think
and of course it's up to yourself. I think I would maybe rather have someone like Shane on Saturday, maybe rather than Lyndon Dykes as a bit more talent, if you would like to call it that.
I think Shane and Lyndon need to start together.
Yeah. So whether he does that or not is a different matter. But no, I think today's result, I did say before we'd get beat 2-0. That was my prediction.
You did say that.
I am quite good from being on these panel shows.
As you all know, very good.
I'm not too bad at my predictions. So I
think you predict a 6-0 win on Saturday then, please?
Do you know what? I'll say I'll go 5-1 on Saturday.
5-1?
Okay, we'll take a 5.
I'll go 5-1 on Saturday against Moldova. That's my
what's your prediction for Saturday, Mozza?
3-0.
I've got a 3-0 as well.
Cool. Well, I went 5-1 just because I've got the last two right and you put me under pressure, so that one doesn't really count. But
I will say Lyndon gets his first goal.
Yeah, I think Scotland have been okay in spells tonight. I think looking back on it, we were disappointed, like we've mentioned already, to lose the 2 goals in quick succession. We did respond well. We pressed a lot more. We kept the ball well under pressure. We looked a lot more composed along the back line when McKenna went off. Dykes came on, he done a great job. For me, quite a few positives to take out of a disappointing defeat. But
I think that first half was just like it was like the Euros again, wasn't it? We were just so passive, so standoffish. We were giving them all the space and the time they wanted. It was 2 going on 4, going on 5.
Yeah, it was.
Second half, we actually pressed them. They obviously took their foot off the gas a bit, but we tried to play a bit of football, and we need to have that bravery. I don't care if it's Denmark or Moldova we're playing against. We need to. When you've got a guy like Gilmore, you need to give him an opportunity to run the game.
Yeah,
and he did run the game in the second half.
Yeah, I would happily say that. But I think we're going to leave it on that note. Thank you very much to my guests, Mozza and Juddy. Their links will be in the description after the video is properly posted. And without any further ado, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Drive safe. Oh, and also, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Touch screen things.
Here's a word.
Sorry, we'll try that again. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Keep 100% of your claim. G4 Claims.
If you've been hurt in a road accident that wasn't your fault, you should really talk to G4 Claims first. Unlike road accidents